I'm Alistair Bell, Managing Director and Senior Sales for UBP, and I'm delighted to have with me Mo Kazmi, who is the Chief Strategist and Senior Portfolio Manager at UBP. At UBP, we have the Strategic Income Strategy. Can you give us a high-level overview of the strategy, why it was launched and its main objectives?
Yeah, so it was really launched after what we saw in 2022. What did we see was that the rate sell-off really hurt fixed income investors because it didn't provide them with the protection against the equity market. Investment grade in particular really didn't work as defensive as what we've seen historically. So we wanted to build something that was more benchmark agnostic and something that was more focused on credit, because in a high nominal growth world, credit tends to perform quite well. So what are we trying to achieve? Superior income relative to investment grade without taking superior default rate risk, because we view this as a core investment grade portfolio.
Mo, can you give us some key points as to why investors should be thinking about an income strategy today?
Yeah, sure. I think the first point is that income has returned to the fixed income asset class. We've exited the lower for longer interest rates and inflation environment. So it's about picking up the carry that's available today. The second point is that you have the Fed on your side. They have recommenced the easing cycle, so it's about locking in these attractive all-in yields. And I think the third point is that we are being able to build portfolios which are slightly more focused on credit, because we have been in this environment where a lot of the risk you're taking in traditional investment grade is government bond risk in reality. And government bond balance sheets have clearly deteriorated over time.
Very good points. Where do you see the most opportunities currently?
There are opportunities across fixed income, especially when you view it in a benchmark agnostic way. I think number one are BB bonds. They continue to offer a nice spread pickup relative to BBB bonds, but in reality, the historical default risk between these two rating cohorts has been very similar. The second point would be high quality CLOs. They give you an exposure to the loan market, you get a nice spread pickup for that, but you have the default protection that comes from the equity tranche. And the third point would be EM local sovereign debt today. You have very attractive all-in yields, you have central banks who are gradually easing policy, and you have inflation and currencies which have been quite supportive in reality. You put it all together, you're getting a yield pickup of 1 to 2% relative to traditional investment grade.
That's clear. Can you talk a little bit more about the investment process?
So the investment process starts from a bottom-up perspective. Number one, which issuers do we want to hold in the portfolio in a diversified manner? The second point is the relative value. So which issuers within a sector screen well from a relative value perspective, but then also across the different segments of the market? And the third point is the oversight layer, where we're really looking to manage the major risks in the portfolio from a credit and an interest rate sensitivity perspective.
So taking that further, how does that allow for active management?
It allows for active management because this disciplined approach really allows us to take advantage of different evolutions in the market. If we think back to last year, it was a world of a no landing scenario for the US economy. So we were quite defensive with our interest rate sensitivity. This year, in a growth normalization environment, we wanted to hold more balanced portfolios of both interest risk and credit risk. If we think about the volatility we saw around April this year, Liberation Day, we were able to fade some of the widening in spreads that we saw in some very solid BBB and BB names, because we still had a soft landing view for the US economy.
Okay, thank you, Mo. You've clearly outlined the benefits of why investors should be thinking about a multi-sector income strategy, in particular, the potential of enhanced yield within an investment grade profile. Thank you very much for your insights. If you would like further information about UBP's fixed income franchise, please visit ubp.com.